Hi, very good morning and welcome back to today's class. So far, we had a glimpse into Goan culture when the Portuguese ruled Goa through the story A Baker from Goa by Lucio Rodrigues. This story teaches us how culture and tradition influence a society. That even if time surpasses, culture and tradition exist with little variations. Today, in this class, we will go through the key points of A Baker from Goa. The story revolves around the relevance of a baker in the Goan culture, which dates back to the time when the Portuguese ruled over the city of Goa. A village baker has an undisputable place in Goan culture even today. The Portuguese may have left the city of Goa, but the bread makers continue to have an inevitable reputation in Goan culture. In this story, we read about the author recalling his childhood days and his excitement on seeing the baker. We read that elders in Goa are still nostalgic about the good old Portuguese days and their famous loaves of bread. We further read that bread making is still popular in Goa. The author describes the existence of time-old furnaces and their still burning fire. The Goan society is still having bread mixers, molders and bakers. Bread mixers, molders and bakers exist in Goan society even today. In Goan society, the baker is referred to as padar. Padar, is a Portuguese term to refer to a baker. It is a Portuguese word. The baker would come twice every day. The baker came 2 times every day during the writer's childhood days. Once in the morning to deliver the loaves of bread, and secondly in the evening on his return after selling his stock. The children were so excited that they used to run to him to take the special bread bangles. The bread bangles were very tasty, so as soon as they saw the baker, they used to run to him to take the bread bangles. Bread is an important part of Goan culture, and it is evident from its presence at every important occasion. Bread is present at every important occasion such as marriages, festivals, celebrations in Goa. From sweet bread called bol at marriages to sandwiches at engagement parties and cakes and bolinas at Christmas, as well as other festivals, makes the presence of a baker in every village very essential. Bread sellers wore a particular dress known as cabai in the Portuguese days. The writer talks about the dress worn by bread sellers during the Portuguese days and also during his childhood days. During the Portuguese days, bread sellers wore a special dress. The name of the dress was cabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. How did cabai look? It was a single piece frock. It was a long frock. It reached down to the knees. During his childhood days, he had seen them wearing shirts and trousers shorter than full-length ones and longer than half pants. During his childhood days, the bakers wore shirts and trousers, but the trousers were not of usual size. They were shorter than long pants and longer than half pants. They reached down to the knees. Anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a padar because the bakers used to wear such dresses in Goa. Today, if anyone happens to wear trousers longer than half pants and shorter than long pants, Goans used to call them padar or padars because bakers used to wear such dresses in Goa. Bakers used to record the monthly account on some wall with a pencil. Bakers don't keep an account notebook. They don't keep notebooks for keeping accounts. They used to keep their accounts or record their accounts on some wall in the house or in the shop. In those days, bakers had plum physique because baking was a profitable profession. His family and servants never starved and were prosperous. So we read in the lesson that bakers, his family and his servants, they were always happy and prosperous and they had well-built bodies. So from this we understand that baking was a profitable profession during the writer's childhood days. This lesson is followed by some short answer questions to check your understanding of the lesson. Answer the questions based on your understanding of the lesson. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Happy learning. Thank you.